alright if I tell you a story? It'll only take about an hour. You might have heard it before. But if you heard it before, please don't stop. The beginning of it goes like this. You gotta put up with this part first. This is a song I made up about my hometown. Now let me just sing you a couple verses of it first before I tell you how come I made it up. It goes like this. That's it. How's that start? Yeah, that's it. Starts like this. It goes, we wrote our names in the tunnel back when Coos Bay was as far away as we'd ever been. Pine trees climbing up, winding here, fishing boats and paper mill. Multnomah County's where I come from. It's the hometown of Bigfoot and Burnside Bum. Rain clouds hanging down low and gray, fishing boats and paper mill. Tonight I've got those old Rose City blues. Tonight I've got those old Rose City blues. Tonight I'm playing in some other town. Drove with the car wide radio on the windows down. There was rain clouds hanging down low and gray. God knows how I wish it would have rained today. Tonight I've got those old Rose City blues. Tonight I've got those old Rose City blues. That's the part I wanted to play before I told you why I made up this song. And I'm also hoping that you'll forgive me. I've been home singing Christmas carols for a few weeks, or at least a couple, and I'm surprised at how some of these aren't coming to me. Anyway, I'll have it. I don't watch all that shit. Anyway, I wanted to tell you something. This is a song about a town called Portland, Oregon. That's where I grew up, just outside of there. I went to Beaverton High School in Beaverton, Oregon. They called us the Beavers. Carried that around for a while. I carried that around, and eventually, though, I moved away and then just kept moving away and kept moving away. And then, listen, if you want to interject, try to just make it not so much. I appreciate it. I'm not, yeah, you know what I'm saying. I think you know what I'm saying. Anyway, I was trying to tell everybody about this tunnel that goes into Portland, Oregon, that Beaverton High School students, when they were back in the early 80s, when you would graduate, your thing that you would do as your senior, I don't know what it was a tradition. We would go down into this Multnomah County tunnel, and we'd park next to it. We'd walk into it in the middle of the night, and hopefully you wouldn't get hit, but you wouldn't have to. We would write our names on the wall, but you wouldn't have to spray paint them. You could just clean. You could take a towel and just rub it. You could do that in the tunnel. You could try it in the tunnel around here. It will work. Just take a little towel. You're not technically vandalizing. You're cleaning. You're part of the solution. So we're in there helping out. And we would write, you'd write like your name. I would write Todd Snider up there. You might add that you ruled. We would put our class of 85. You could say class of 85 rules. So this is something that I did in the spring of 85. About 15, God knows how many years later, I'm coming through Portland only once a year to do this very thing I'm doing here with you. And when I travel on the road like this, it's just me and Elvis, but back there for a while there was this kid named Spike. While Elvis had a couple of kids and took about a 3-year break, and Spike took his place. And Spike was a good guy. Then we found out that Spike was a chick. Pretty long into it. That's a different story now. I'll tell that next time. Nevertheless, one summer we were coming into Portland to play a show, and we started coming into the Multnomah County Tunnel, and I told Spike, I said, when I was a kid, I came in here and we wrote our name. I told her just everything I told you. I said, it was a good time in my life. And so then we went on and checked into the hotel, went and did the gig. At the show, there was a bunch of my old friends from high school, and in the dressing room afterwards, I asked them, I said, what do you guys do anymore? And they said, you know, sometimes when we're drinking, we like to go out and do karaoke. And I thought, all right. I didn't want to tell them that musicians and karaoke are in competition with each other. We think it depletes the ozone layer. But I don't want to be in trouble with my old friends, so I said, fine. In fact, I'm actually intrigued, and I'm like, I want to see this. Where do you do this? So they take me to the place where they do the karaoke, and they sing a bunch of songs, and eventually I got up and I sang some songs. We all sang songs. It was a good time, actually, and we drank quite a bit. But it wasn't a problem for me because I've got Spike, and Spike's sitting at the bar, and one of her main things, him, her, whatever, is that if I go and do this kind of thing sometimes, she's going to look after me and make sure I get back safely without getting in any trouble. And that is what happened as far as I knew. And then the next day we were driving down to California, and we start coming towards the Multnomah County Tunnel. And from a distance, I can see what starts to look like my name. And as we get in closer, it's clearly my name. And right beside my name, it says Rules. Todd Snider, Rules. I was almost 40 years old at the time. So as we went into the tunnel, I said, Spike, tell me that I didn't do that. I was just hoping. I thought maybe one of my friends had done it. No, I knew I had done it, but I was still upset. And I said, Spike, how could you let this happen to me? She said, what do you mean? I said, this is your main thing that I was hoping you would do. Like, I don't give a shit if the guitar's in tune or any of that. I'm just trying to avoid shit like this. And I know that it's more of a business relationship and we're not totally friends, but you couldn't have just said, don't put rules. That would have made us near friends. Then I got home from the tour, and I was sitting in my house, and the phone rang, and this friend of mine from high school called up, and she said, you know, me and my family wanted to come to the show, but that was right during our vacation, and we didn't get to come. I said, oh, you didn't miss nothing, same song, same shit, you know, 18 minutes, whatever. She said, well, somebody must have liked it, because one of your fans went down into the Multnomah County Tunnel and wrote that Todd Snider ruled. Tunnel way back then, and then last night we went down and we did it again. One sip too many from that old loving cup. I guess Rose City people never do grow up. But tonight I've got those old Rose City blues. Tonight I've got those old Rose City blues. Rain, 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 oh. don't say. That's called the